Nana, what were your clothes like back then?
Well, although our clothes were the same type of thing as what you wear today, girls always wore dresses, and they were mainly made by your nana or your mum would make your dresses. Well, that's what happened in our family. And when I was a teenager, we used to do rock and roll, so you would have all fluffy petticoats and skirts, so that as you twirled around they would all twirl out. Really pretty.
Oh, what was your school uniform like?
We didn't have a school uniform. I went to Goodwood Primary School, you just had to wear just any sort of clothing.
Would you let me or a child walk to the shops now?
No, Aidan, I wouldn't. Not like we were allowed to walk to the shops. I think it's too dangerous these days. Everybody knew everybody back when I was a child. As you walked down the street, you would say, "Hello, Mrs. Lee. Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Hello, Mrs. McClory." And everybody would know you as you went down to the shops. But if you walked down your street, you wouldn't know too many people, would you?
And did you have to say hello to everyone?
Oh, well, that was a polite thing to do. As you walked down the street, if people were out in their front yard, you would always say hello, and they would say, "Hello, Maureen, how are you?" And I'd say, "Hello, Mrs. Johnson, yes, good, thank you. How's Maxine?" or whatever.
Would you prefer to be a kid now?
No. I like being a child back when I was a child. Why? Why would I rather be a child back then? Because we used to play games. We used to go over to each other's houses and play skippy, or we'd chase each other around. And my girlfriend Bev, she had a dog bigger than what Sparky is, but similar, and we used to have roller skates and hold on to his tail, and Blackie would run along and we would be holding on his tail and he would pull us along. And there was boys around our area also, and we used to play cricket out in the street, and it was so safe, and everybody was just so friendly. And then there was this big paddock, because my dad had a big property, and between his property and the next property there was a paddock, and all the boys used to come down to this paddock, and the boys from this street would come down, and the boys from this street would come down, and they would have war games, and Bev and Maxine and I were the nurses, and when they'd get shot, we used to go and have bandages and make out they were shot or had broken arm or whatever, and fix them up.
Thank you, Nana. It's been lovely.